Hello, hello. All right. How about that? How about them apples?
Hey, everybody.
Oh my gosh. We have made it. We have made it.
Woo, woo. I think you might have an echo, Marley. Oh,
How about
no,
now?
you know
Am I
what?
better?
It's me because I have 2 windows open. That's what's happening.
I'm like, do I really? Oh no. Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi.
We are just going live right now talking about the stash busting quickies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Do you want to come tell everybody how much work it's been? Just come say hi. Come say hi. Like, you're gonna get John's actually gonna come say hi.
Oh my gosh.
Say
Hi,
to the
John.
world,
Hi, world. How's it going? I hope you enjoy it. I haven't seen my wife for a month, so enjoy her. I won't.
I'll be upstairs a little bit.
Yay.
All right. So that's rare. He never comes online. So hey, Tamara.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing all right. I am doing
You
all
hanging
right.
in there? I know it's been a lot of work,
A lot.
but here we are.
Here we are. We have come and we are going to send it out to the world and see what everybody thinks. So,
Yes.
hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Marley Bird. You are on the Marley Bird YouTube channel, or you're joining us from Facebook. We are broadcasting both places today, and I'm joined by my friend Tamara Kelly of Moogly Blog. She is a wonderful knitwear and crochet designer. She doesn't do a whole lot of knit. She's really crochet a lot, but she can knit. So I'm going to call her, she's bi crafty. She's
Yes.
bi crafty. We have joined forces over the last, this is our third version of the Stash Busting Quickies. And essentially what we do is we work our butts off to put together a great collection of patterns for you that are either quick or also stash busting, or both.
Mhm.
And we'll get into that a little bit more, especially in this version. This version has a lot more patterns that are not necessarily like super quick, especially on the knit side, but they are definitely stash busting. So we're going to talk about all that. We started doing this on a whim. I had this idea and I reached out to Tamara. I said, hey, I think we should try and put together some patterns. She's like, yeah, I want to be a part of it. I said, I think I just need you to do 12. Like, we'll just do like 24, maybe 10.
Right.
She's like, yeah,
Maybe.
I could do that. Volume 1 had like 46 patterns.
Something like that. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Volume 2 had 50 patterns. This one was coming in at like 70 patterns until she was and I talked and we were like, no, we're not doing this.
Too much.
So we pared it back down to 50. So 50 brand new patterns, like never before released, brand new out there to the world.
Absolutely. It has been a labor of love. It has been labor. But we are very excited. It is, it's just been the past 3 years, right? Let's stop for a minute and think about everything that's happened the last 3 years.
A lot.
And there's been so much going on, and I think we're all it's starting to catch up with a lot of us.
Yes.
But we're still wanting to craft. I mean, we can't put the yarn down, right? So here we
And
are. We're back again.
There's so many new crafters now. After
Yes.
our first one, it was coming out. It was 2019, right? 2020, 2019. I don't even remember. But
Yeah.
there are so many new crafters after the pandemic, and
Mhm.
people are jumping in, trying to learn new things, make new things. And so it's exciting to be able to not only reach the people who've been doing it as long as we have, but all the new people coming in. It's
Yes.
very, very exciting. I love it. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
So a lot of people here, they're excited. Like some people have already bought it. They're like, take my money. I don't even, you don't have to tell me anymore. Can I be By Crafty if I'm both a crocheter? And yes, that's what By Crafty is.
Of course.
That's exactly what By Crafty is. Melissa, I'm so ready for this. Absolutely. You know, it's funny.
Yay.
As we were preparing for all of this on the back end side, like originally we were trying to get this out on Black Friday, and I just had to come to Jesus meeting with myself.
Yeah.
And I had to contact Tamara. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm trying so hard. And I did not want to put it out before it was ready.
Right.
Like, because that's always an option, right? You could put it out and then just fill in the blanks later. And I just didn't want to do that. So I was like, December 1st, we're going to be ready. That was yesterday. I tried my hardest, everybody. I really did. But at
what do they say about deadlines? They sound so good as they fly by.
Sounds so good. I had a boss once tell me you could have three things. You could have it right, you could have it on time, or you could have, there was another one I can't remember, but you get to pick one of those.
Fast, easy, or cheap.
There you go. That's easy too. So I was like, I just didn't have it ready. 8:00 last night, I absolutely crashed, and I just had to push it through to today. But now it's ready. It's out there. And we're excited to present it to all of you. So if you're interested, I'm going to let this kind of scroll down at the bottom, because this is the dedicated URL for this year's Stash Busting Quickies. So the Stash Busting Quickie Patterns Volume 3, you can go to stashbustingquickies.com. That's where it's all located. And if you go there, I'm going to fix things up over here on my... Maybe I can't find the button to click. So I was like, maybe I'm not going to. I want to show everybody what it looks like so that we can go over it together. But it is 50 new patterns. 50 new patterns.
Yes. So many. And other things we'll tell you about later.
Yes. Okay. So let me do a share screen. Share window so that you don't have to look at everything. Oh, that's not even the right window. Hold on. I'm going to open it, but that's not the right one. This is 24 days of quickies. We don't want that. We want.
Although I do have a pattern in that today.
You do today. We talked about it today. Yes. So Stash Busting Quickies, or 24 days of quickies. A lot of quickies happening in December. Lots of quickies.
It's a very busy month.
Okay. Stashbustingquickies.com. Really easy. That's going to be the constant URL moving forward. We kept it very light and simple this year on the sales page, y'all, but there's some big differences here. Okay. First off, no matter how you decide to buy this collection, and you're going to see what I mean here in a minute, it's all of the patterns. When you buy this, it makes all the patterns less than $1.
Yeah.
And if you buy any pattern from my shop, you know that they're all anywhere from $5 to $15. Like they can get pricey. But the Stash Busting Quickies Volume 3, for the first year ever, you can just buy the knit patterns or just buy the crochet patterns. Or the best deal of them all actually is to get the By Crafty collection, which is all of the patterns put into one place and a bunch of bonuses. Okay. So we're going to talk about all that. When you go to this page, you can click any one of these buttons and it will take you to that section so you can learn about, what's in just the only knits, what's in just the only crochet, what's in the By Crafty. But I'm going to scroll through this so that way we can talk about this together, okay? So I'm going to scroll. You can see here that for the only knits and for the only crochet, this is a super limited time offer. You only have 6 days to get this offer. The By Crafty, we're going all the way until Christmas, but this one you can only get these two within this next week, the next 6 days. All right. So the only knits is the Marley made me do a collection because I did all of the patterns in the knit collection. So if you're only a knitter and you only want knit patterns, this is the collection for you. You have 20 brand patterns, 5 hats, 2 hand warmers, 4 cowls or shawls, 3 wearable garments, 4 cowls, 3 shawls. That didn't make sense. 1 oversized bag, 1 teddy bear, and 1 sock pattern. It was going to be 3 sock patterns, but I had to make adjustments. So I'll just kind of pause here for a second. I picked out just a couple of the patterns and put them over here for images because I know people like to see the stuff, and we're going to talk about those all here in a minute. I'm going to bring up some pictures. But like this is the sock pattern you get, and it's like a vertical stranding technique that I used that I learned from Laura Lee Beltman. This is a really beautiful scarf wrap pattern that if you follow me on Instagram and you've seen my reels, like you saw me blocking that. This piece here, it's like a cocoon shrug. It's the Astrid cocoon shrug. It's so comfortable and fun. This is a full set of patterns, and they are made larger size, so they fit men. Really great hat. And then these hand warmers, they use 1 skein of yarn by Sock Obsession. Like that's all the yarn that's left over after you finish those size large sock yarn fingerless mitts. Now, you might be like, Marley, sock yarn. That's not really quickie. What do you mean? This is supposed to be quick. Well, all of these patterns use a variety of weight of yarns. Now, mind you, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm talking about just the knit patterns right now, but these knit patterns are in the By Crafty. So I'm not going to redo all of this when we talk about By Crafty, but just the knit patterns for right now. Let's talk about those. I have a variety of yarns because I did a poll in the Marley's Minions Facebook group. Shout out to my minions. And I asked you what you wanted. Like, what do you want in volume 3? And I am not joking when I tell you it was an overwhelming amount of people who said they wanted sock yarn patterns, DK weight patterns, and worsted weight. There were maybe a few people that said they wanted bulky yarn, like so little, which was shocking to me, Tamara, because Quickie, you think of bulky, right?
Absolutely, right. Yeah. Especially in knitting, if I'm honest.
Right? No.
Yeah.
And they were overwhelmingly, I want sock yarn patterns.
Right.
I want to know what to do with all of these, random bits of sock yarn that they buy. When you travel, you can buy some sock yarn. Like they wanted that. So I was like, all right, game on. Like this is going to take some time, but we're going to do this. We're going to do some awesome patterns. So you really get a look at stuff because I dove into my personal stash, pulled out different yarns. Some of them are discontinued yarns that I love that I was like, I'm going to use them for this. But because the weight of the yarn, the fiber of the yarn, you can, pick and choose and change things up. That's the whole beauty of stash busting quickies. But you get a real eclectic view of all of the different yarns in there. These are easy to understand patterns. And here's something that's really great. If you followed with the turkey trot and you saw me talk about stitch fiddle and you're part of the silver platter experience, you understand this even more. All of the charts that I made in Stitch Fiddle, I gave you the Stitch Fiddle link. So you can actually go into Stitch Fiddle and copy or download that chart for your own personal use. And you can use the progress tracker in Stitch Fiddle. You could change things so you could see color blocks. If there's no shaping and it's all just knitting, you could use the color blocks. So that's an added value to all of the knit patterns that used Stitch Fiddle. That's a huge bonus. That's such a far and beyond expectation of any knitting pattern in general. And those are included on all of my knitting patterns that I use Stitch Fiddle to draw my charts. Okay. All of this is housed in the Marley Birdhouse. If you're new here and you don't know what the Marley Birdhouse is, do yourself a favor, go to marleybirdhouse.com. You're going to see the beauty that is the Marley Birdhouse. But everything is housed in there, and we will take a look at that in a minute so you can kind of get an idea of how that works. But it's all there. You get a $5 coupon to spend in my Ravelry store. So essentially you get a $5 free to go get another pattern from my Ravelry store if you want. All of that for the price of $17. So if you consider like a $5 coupon as $5 off your $17, you get 20 patterns for $12.
It's insane, really. It's crazy.
It's insane. It's a great
a little
deal.
bit.
Great patterns. So much fun. I just really enjoyed it. Okay, so those are the knitting patterns. If you get the By Crafty, you get all of that except the Ravelry. There's a special Ravelry coupon for you, but everything else is involved in that. Okay, let's go to the crochet. Of course, I like a good pun. Of course, it's quickie patterns. These are quickies for hookers. I mean, come on. It just writes itself, everybody. Yeah. It writes itself. So these are the only crochet patterns. Again, limited time. These are only available for the next 6 days if you want just these. So you're only a crocheter and you only want crochet patterns. You get 30 patterns. You get 30 choices. These are just a few of the choices over here that you get to have in there. You'll notice that this piece right here, this shawl sort of scarf piece, it's a larger piece. Those are actually 2 bundles of minis that I put together. So it looks like it fades from like that reddish pink to the orange, and then it goes to gray to dark to black. So it's a really great way to use up a lot of those mini skeins that you might have lying around, or maybe partial skeins that you have left. It's just a really fun pattern. I know that you and I both really love Roll With It tweed. So just, I love it.
And
so
melange.
Yeah, I love them. So these pieces down here use the Roll With It brands. So you have the hat, you have the cowl. This is a large scarf that's really beautiful. This is made with Chroma Twist, I think is what it is. Chroma Twist Bulky from We Crochet. I don't remember what your wine cozy is, but can I tell you, when I photographed that wine cozy, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, I'm part of a book club and I'm thinking I'm going to make that for the hostess of December and bring some wine. Like, I'm like, that's such a great quick gift to put together.
Thank you. You know what? It's the little details. I used, I think, a really interesting stitch pattern for it that added just really subtle texture, and then found a really beautiful button. That's just some silver Red Heart Super Saver.
I love it. I mean, it's just brilliant. I just was like, this is so wonderful. There is a full bottle of wine in there, just so you know. And I put the wine next to it to be like, this is what this is. But yeah, it's really great. So you have 30 patterns over here, 3 hats, 2 hand warmers, 5 cowls, 5 wearables, 2 shawls, 2 bags, 3 scrappy happy, 4 home decor, 3 last minute gifts, and 1 sock pattern.
And there's some matching sets too.
Yeah, there are sets. So like I separated them out, but yeah, there are sets for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
And that goes for the knit too. There's sets. Easy to understand patterns. All of our patterns have been tech edited. We have had 2 crazy busy tech editors over the last 2 months. Shout out to Robin Chichula and Sherry Moore. Like seriously, it's been chaotic. All of my testers who are here in the group, can you guys be like, yes, it is that nuts. It is crazy. They've all been tech edited. If there was a need for a chart at any point in time, those have been added to the patterns. I don't think any of those charts were done in Stitch Fiddle, so I don't think there are any Stitch Fiddle links for the crochet. Is there one?
I think there is one. There's a corner to corner pattern.
Oh, yes.
It's got a Stitch Fiddle link. So
and my Stitch, no, mine doesn't. Robin did ours in something else. So that, yeah, there you go. Stitch Fiddle for that's cute too. All right, so that's included in there. All of that is in the Marley Birdhouse as well, in its own section of the Marley Birdhouse. So you have all of this available in there. Again, we'll talk about that here in a minute. And for this one, I don't know why this says $5. That should say, oh no, I get it. We changed the wording on this so that way people didn't think they were getting $10 from each of us, because there was some confusion there. But you have $5 coupons, 1 from me and 1 from Tamara. So you get $10. Does that make sense? So you get $5 to spend in my Ravelry store, $5 to spend in Tamara Moogly store. So you get a $10 value, all of that for $21. So you figure $10 off of 21. It's an $11 product.
Yeah. For 30 patterns.
For 30 patterns, 30 brand new patterns.
Yeah. Less than like what, 33 cents a pattern or something? Yeah.
I can't do math that fast.
Yeah, that's a lot of patterns.
Something. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's the only knit and only crochet. Now, the By Crafty. This is the best deal of all of them, because you get everything we just spoke about as far as patterns, but you get even more. All right. So this is for all of my By Crafty everybody. You get 50 patterns. So all 20 knit patterns, all 30 crochet patterns. Everything is in the Marley Birdhouse. All of the Stitch Fiddle stuff is the same, but you also get some really great printables that Tamara's going to talk about. That includes, where did I just have it? I just had like printables like this, like you can print this off, cut it out, and then you could put a headband on it. You could use it for hats. There's one for hands. There's one for a coffee cozy. There's one for ice cream pints. Oh, there she goes. Let me make you full screen here. There you go.
Okay.
So
all right.
Go ahead and talk about those.
Sure. So these are just some of the bonuses. There's so many, and we had so much fun coming up with these. So there is a coffee cup cozy pattern included in the collection. You've got a coffee cup cozy template, printable, whatever you want to call it right here. These are great if you give homemade gifts to people who maybe aren't familiar with them. You know, you and I, we've all seen a million coffee cup, that's hard to say, coffee cup cozy patterns, you know, on Ravelry and on everybody's sites, right? So we know what it is when we see one, but your recipient might not. So we've got a little template, so you can cut this out, slip your sleeve right over the bottom here and have it right there. It'll tell them what it is, and then you can write down your care instructions. Because, you know, especially anything you use around food, right? You want to include some care instructions. They probably going to spill that latte eventually and might need to launder it. So you can just add a little note there from you. And it comes 2 to a page. You do want to make sure to print these at the actual size. There's some instructions right here on the bottom. If you use to shrink to fit, they'll end up small. That said, if you're making for smaller cups, you can play with that sizing a little bit on your printer at home. So I do recommend that all of these, if possible, you print out with cardstock. You can kind of ASMR that. You can hear the thunder, the thunder of the cardstock. Always a little better. They stand up a little better. There's ice cream pint cozies. Those have been really popular lately. Very fun. You can add those as well. Still have the care instructions. And then these are a little different. You'll notice the ice cream and the coffee ones just kind of have like a solid line you can cut around. Just because of the shaping, we did these a little bit differently. There are some fingerless mitt ones. So the hands themselves are kind of small, but you want to cut the dotted line so you can kind of see those fingers. We weren't going to make you try and cut out all those individual fingers.
That would be miserable.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't sound like fun. So this is a lot easier. Cut on the dotted line. Also has care instructions. Of course, you know, when you're giving these, you might only cut out one of them, you know, and fold the other one up underneath. But this way, you've got options. And of course, if you do craft fairs as well as giving gifts, these are all very handy for that sort of thing as well. And then, of course, we've got to have one for your headbands and your hats and things. And this one, because of the shaping, again, you've got a dotted line there. And if it's a little big, you can just cut that down a little bit smaller. But it gives you a line right there. And that's got some printer instructions as well. This one's got a great big section here. You can write care instructions. You can write a little note in there. You know, and I think it would be really fun too if you are giving things like this to family members, and you've got kids of your own. Let the kids color the templates in first before you put the gifts on them and give them as gifts. I think that would be such a fun personal touch. That's not all. We're going to keep going. There are printable gift tags. I've already cut a couple off the end of this sheet, but again, I did this one in cardstock, so it's nice and heavy. You can see it says "for you" on one side. If we flip it over here, we've got care instructions again. And the way these work, I really love this style because I think it's just really kind of modern and neat and something a little different. These are things that you can apply right to your finished item, not necessarily to the outside of the package, but to the project itself. So here is one all cut out. You can see there's a little line right there in the middle. We just fold it right on that line. And I just pulled up an old project right here to demonstrate it with.
Camera did a video to show all this, so we have those in there too to have you guys have instructions for this.
Yeah, so there will be videos on how to do it, but it's just folded right there, and then you use a hole punch right there, or a sharp pen, or if you've got one of those compasses with that really sharp point on it, you can just poke out those holes and then send a bit of leftover yarn through there. You can still got a space for your care instructions. They can cut it off, but they've got a nice little note right attached to the project. So, which is so great because, right, you think about it, you might include a note with the item, with a hat and cowl or something when you gift it, but they're going to open the gift. That gift wrap's going to get, picked up and put away and things. This has more of a chance of sticking with the item and actually sending those care instructions home with them. So all of those printables are included. Wait, there's more.
There's more. So I love those printables, but then she put together all of the wonderful graphics that we've had made from William over the last couple of years and put them together in a sticker package. So I'm going to make her a large screen again.
Yay.
You can print off stickers, you guys.
Look at this. This is so easy to do. Again, I made a tutorial video about how to do it, and it's going to depend a little bit on your printer, but I talk about how to test that out too. This is just, you can buy sheets of sticker paper. So let me pull up the side here so you can see if it'll focus. There we go. This is all one big sheet. So what you can do is you can just send this right through your printer, just like you would your cardstock or your regular printer paper, and make your own stickers. So you can have sheets upon sheets of Marley stickers and Moogly stickers. And how fun is this? This one is perfect, right? For all your gift labels. This one is just so much fun. I know this one's going to end up on some laptop somewhere.
The Marley
I know
made
it.
me do it.
I know it.
It's like with the
Project
devil and
bags.
the angel. It's so funny.
Yes. And then, so here's some sample ones that I went ahead and cut out. You can see right here. So you can just kind of use your scissors, cut them out to size. One thing I like to do is make sure, let's see if I can get that to focus there. Whoop, this is a tip. It's in the video too. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but I leave a little tab where it's not the sticker. It's just the underneath. It makes it a lot easier to peel.
Yeah.
For those of us who don't have tons of patience.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
They're just so much fun, right? These are going to be such a blast. So you can add those to gifts. You can add them to your water bottle, your laptop, wherever you want to stick those on.
So fun. So you have all of that. And then here's the big pièce de résistance sort of thing. You get $15 in coupons to spend in my store and $15 to spend in Tamara's store. So that's a $30 value. You guys with me on that? $30. 15 in my store, 15 in Tamara's store. For the crazy low price, you get all of this stuff plus the printables for $29. So if you put together, so we're practically giving it to you. Yeah, blah, blah. In the past, we have sold the volume 2 for $29.99. So this is even cheaper than that. It's more stuff than everything before. There's a lot more included with all of this and the work behind the scenes because of all the only knit and only crochet. Like it's triple the amount of work doing all the technical setup. But we really want to make sure that you're getting everything that you could possibly want or need for the stash busting quickies. We've never had anybody disappointed with the stash busting quickies that we know of. I'm going to knock on wood. Please don't email me and tell me if you've been disappointed. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But honestly, we've had so many wonderful people like it so much so that yesterday when I was going through the testing, like I wanted to test the member vault piece and tested that it went to the cart and that we could get everything through. There's a whole testing process, but you have to make something live to get through the testing. As we're working on that, we find out that 9 people had bought it. Like they went through the whole testing thing with us. So clearly it worked. Like they were like, oh, I just bought it. I'm like, no, actually there was no money exchanged because it's all a test cycle. But yay, I'm glad you want this. Like, this is so great. And it's just, they're like, I don't even like, I love it every year. I want to be a part of this. So it's been lovely. Is that the same sentiment you've heard from your fans, your crocheters?
Absolutely. Yes. I think this is just such a big hit year after year, and heading into the third year here, I don't know, might be getting people hooked. That's for sure, because it definitely seems like people want to come back year after year. Once they've bought one, they know what's in there and they are first in line for that second and third.
Yeah. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to talk about is once you purchase and everything goes through, you'll get an email that's like essentially your receipt. And then you get a direct email from me. If you have ever unsubscribed from one of my emails, we cannot email you. Okay. So there's a problem there. So if you are not receiving that second email with all of the instructions, you're going to have to contact us at contact@marleybird.com. I need to contact marleybird.com. Did I say that correctly? Contact@marleybird.com.
Yes.
I feel like I'm saying I've said it like 5 times. You'll email us so that way we can get you all situated. If you've never unsubscribed, but you still haven't gotten an email, check your spam. And the last thing is, because this happens a lot, you'd be surprised how often it happens. It's possible you misspelled your email address when you bought it. And so we're trying to send stuff to you, but it's not going to the right place. So if you go to contact@marleybird.com, we'll get everything situated for you. We have an entire customer support team to have everything get into place. And what happens, just so you guys know on the back end, when you buy something, it triggers something to the email system, which triggers something to Member Vault to put it into your Marley. Member Vault is Marley Bird House. So it goes to the Marley Bird House and it says, take this product and put it in this customer's account. So if your email is wrong, then it can't put it into the right account. Or if for some reason there's something messed up, it won't go into your account. So if there's ever any sort of a mix up, if you're like, oh, I don't see it there, just let us know. We will help you out. No worries. Just know we do have to sleep. We are not 24 hours. We have to sleep. And Sundays we are off work. Like Sunday's off work. But it's all there. I want to show you. So I'm going to go over here. Let me log out of this. And then I'm going to sign back in if I can. Actually, I'm going to go like this. All right. This is the Marley Birdhouse. Okay, so this is the Marley Birdhouse. These are the available products in the Marley Birdhouse. I want you to see here. We have the Marley and Moogly SBQP Volume 3. This is the Buy Crafty. This is the best deal for your buck. This over here is the Marley Made Me Do It collection. This is just the only knits. This is the Hooker collection, the quickies for hookers. The Hooker collection, so only crochet. All right, so if you want any of those, you can buy those there. However, I'm going to show you something here because this never happens. We have made Volume 1 and Volume 2. If you don't have those, they are made available right now for a limited time. We literally only do these stash busting quickies this time of year. We run it and then we put everything in the vault for stash busting quickies. We might release the individual patterns throughout depending on what we want to do. But as far as this full collection, getting it at this price, this is the only time we do it. So if you are at all interested with Volume 1 or Volume 2, you can buy those right now as well. And they are housed in the Marley Birdhouse. They're all right here. Okay. So if you want those to add to your collection of patterns, you absolutely have that option. Okay. Does that make sense? So I'm going to log in real quick so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And so now I'm inside. I own all these products. That's why it didn't look like it changed at all. But you can see down here, it's no longer buy. It says view product. Okay. So let's look at the only crochet for a second. If I view the only crochet, this goes to your main page. You can see it's 30 patterns. If you keep scrolling down, you're going to get to where the modules are. Think of these as the chapters of your ebook. Okay. So in each of these chapters, you're going to find the patterns. So in any of these, we'll click where it says view module. We'll click those and you're going to see the pattern that's available. And that there's your Ravelry coupons. And then on December 6th, there will be the full PDF download will be coming out on the 6th. But let's click on apparel and wearables. So I'm going to click on that. It takes me inside here. And what you'll see is this is a collage of all the patterns that are in this section. So we have, this is the piece I'm wearing right now. It's a Tunisian crochet pullover. This is a crocheted shell piece made out of Kristen Ondal's bamboo yarn. This is a shawl. This is a little boy's vest. This here, it doesn't look like much right there. It's a cocoon piece. It's super adorable. I need to try and get a picture of it on me, but I was not feeling it. I love this piece. I was shocked because I saw it when it came in, Tamara, and I was like, what is this? And then I put it on and I was like, well, I got to have one of these. I love it. Guys, it's a bodiless sweater, essentially. It's a batwing bodiless sweater. You put your arms in it, wear it over a dress, and it is just so cute. It is so cute. And then
it's the perfect thing for transforming, like if you've got like maxi dresses and you want to wear them all year.
Yes.
You can pop that over and all of a sudden it's like it's a sleeved dress.
It's deceptively like just the most fabulous thing ever. Because at first you're like, what? Yeah. It is fantastic. And then here is a crocheted shawl. It's a very, very large shawl. I love it. But all of those patterns are down here. So you would click down here where it says download and you would get to where the pattern would come up and you'd be able to download it. Pretty simple stuff. We can go over to the hand warmer patterns. And you can see there's only 2 hand warmer patterns, which, by the way, you only sent me one of these. So this is like, so I only have one, but that's all right. But it doesn't look like that, huh? Because I'm magical. But now everybody knows. But there are two.
It was a big box. I apologize.
It's okay. No, don't apologize. It's fine. I think it's funny. I'm more impressed with my skills of being able to look like it's
That is
two.
impressive. Yeah.
So these are convertible mittens, crocheted mittens, wonderful fingerless mitts. Those two patterns are right down here. So you see, I mean, it's really easy just to navigate and get through the Marley Birdhouse. And so these are just so cute. This is the Scrappy Happy section. This little coin purse, you guys, is so adorable. It's just a little coin purse with the sheepy yarn, and it's so cute. Here's the cup cozy in action. The cup cozy template. I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? That's the cup cozy template in action. These are so cute. They're just little decor pieces, like little trees, and it's a cork with. I should let you explain all these. They're all your patterns. I don't know why I'm talking. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's, it's been a long day for all of us. No, but there was just something, I don't know about you guys, but when I drink a bottle of wine, I can't throw the cork away. I don't know why. I keep them all in this big jar on top of my fridge. So I'm always trying to find like cool and fun things to do with them. And so I had these little leftover bits of Bernat Sheepy, and I've been seeing all these tiny little trees everywhere. And I thought, well, what if we made just little tree toppers and used the corks as the trunks? So it's kind of a really flexible, super fast, super scrappy pattern. I mean, talk about stash busting quickies. If you're one of those people who likes to keep all those little balls of yarn, we've got things here to help use them up for sure.
Yeah, it's real cool. And then the I was going to call it a microwave cozy, but the farmhouse bowl cozy.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. It's, it's got that great farmhouse rustic feel. But you can absolutely make it in whatever colors you want. If you want it bright, poppy, make it to match your decor. But I've got 2 teenagers in the house. We use that microwave all the time. And those cozies, they're always, yelling, it's hot, my pot holders disappear. So having those cozies is so great because they're gonna run off with those bowls all over the house.
Yes, they're very awesome. They're so great. Let's just take a peek at another one that I know. Last minute quickie patterns.
Oh, and I do want to point out that cup cozy. That's mosaic crochet.
Yes.
So if you're somebody who's been looking to try mosaic crochet, but you don't want to maybe do a big project, you're a little intimidated, or you don't want to deal with a bunch of ends.
Yes.
It's mosaic crochet in the round, and it's small. Great one to just try it out with.
Yep. I love this. This basket. It's one of my favorite things you made. It is massive. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, that's my little tiny dog, Lucy. She's not going to be around much longer, I don't think. She's so old. But I was taking a picture. She was like, I am not moving. Like, I'm getting in this picture. I'm sitting on this pillow, and we're just going to go with it. That basket, you guys, is so big, and it's so wonderful just to put blankets in or your yarn in or what. I mean, it's so great. How long did that take you? Like, it could not have taken very long.
No, it took me, I want to say, I might have split it into 2 days just because it is a big yarn. And when you work with big yarns like that, sometimes you have to give your arms a rest. But I probably could have done it in hours. Hours. I may have actually done it in a day. It was really quick.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And then
it worked up
go ahead.
In an afternoon, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then I just had to wait for the handles to arrive on Amazon.
There you go. So this is the wine cozy I was talking about earlier, you guys. It's just like, it's the perfect little size. And then this is the filet crochet market bag that I made out of hemp yarn. And thank you for doing these towel toppers. These were direct requests for me, for Tamara. I was like, can you do these? Because they're so cute. And she put them on the most, you can't see it here, but they're the perfect towels. They say fa la 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 la. But just really simple towel toppers. And I don't know about you guys, but like, I grew up with all of our towels were like this because my grandma made them for us. And I love them. I love that it's hanging on my stove or my oven, and I can just quickly use, like, they're just so convenient. So I'm glad you made those. Like, they're super great. But all of those patterns are right here as well. So you can see easily the Marley Birdhouse. It's a great place to have all of your stuff. And the same idea, if you're just doing just the knits, you have all of the modules down here as well. Now there's no Scrappy Happy in knits. Because you guys wanted sock yarn. So there's not a whole lot of Scrap Happy with sock yarn that I could just get through. But, you have hats, cowls and scarf, and then this wearable, and then Scrappy Happy. So it's a teddy bear. So maybe you want to go get a Build-A-Bear You could make your own teddy bear sweater for the Build-A-Bear. And then these are the socks. I had more sock patterns, but they just didn't make the cut. Whoops. All right. So I'm going to click on apparel and wearable for the knitters. So in here we have, this is a very beautiful, beautiful shawl. Like I love this piece.
That's
so very
gorgeous.
much. This is super cute. It's a capelet, but it has a detachable cowl. So you really could count that as 2 patterns, but the cowl, you could wear it with or without the cowl, totally up to you. I love this piece here. It's just a big rectangle, beautiful arrow lace sort of piece, but you really let the star of the project be the yarn, and it's Roll With It Sparkle, I think is what it is.
Wow. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Talk about something great to wear at a holiday party.
Yeah.
This piece here, it's funny that it shows the front with the pockets, which is great, but the best part about this is the back. It's a huge intarsia heart. And you might be like, well, that doesn't look like a Quickie pattern. It's Bernat soft and quick yarn. I can't think of the name of the yarn all of a sudden. It's a big bulky Bernat.
Is it the Softy Chunky?
Yeah, Softy Chunky. Thank you. So it's Bernat Softy Chunky. So it's a fast knit yarn. So like my friend Ann Burke actually knit that for me in 3 days. So she knit the whole piece in 3 days. This shawl here, it's a very large, very easy shawl, and it uses yarn from the Destination Lane subscription box. Like I was like, I'm going to use this yarn, so it's just really great. Those of you out there who are Sarah J. Maas fans and you've read Crescent City, this shawl is called the La Habba Fire Sprite shawl. If you know, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyways, like that's how the lost my train of words. The Marley Birdhouse. So in the knits, it's very similar to the crochet. Now where it's different is when you get to the By Crafty. When I say different, I use that term loosely. All of the patterns are still going to be in their chapters. However, it's going to be both the knit and the crochet are going to be in that chapter. Does that make sense? And then down here, you have your Ravelry coupon, and then you also have all of your printable sections. So you notice that this here isn't in what you guys had. So when I say you guys, the Only Knit or the Only Crochet, but in here, there are lessons for each piece. Like this would be the sticker lesson. And you could go through here and watch each one. So you have the sticker download, there's the video, and then printable foldable gifts. So there's the video for that. And then there's the download. Printable pattern templates. There's the video to help you. There's all the templates. And then you have the holiday planner and printables and the holiday recipe planner insert. So there is a video for that. And it includes 2 recipes. One of them is a family favorite of ours. It's chocolate peanut butter fudge. It's so easy. I'm going to go back to you because I
was going to say we didn't show those.
It's so cute. So we have the favorite holiday planner. It's just so cute. I forgot that I had an image of me holding like cookies and stuff.
Yes, it was perfect.
You want to talk about how that is?
Sure.
Work up?
So if you've gotten the past years of Stash Busting Quickies, you may have gotten a free downloadable or gotten a bonus of a printable planner. So we've made an extension for it. Works with the past planners, but it also works all on its own. So if this is the only one you've got, you can use it all by itself. So we have a cover image that can go in your larger holiday planning binder, or you can use to start your new one just for recipes. There is a printable meal planning sheet. And of course, with these printables, again, print as many copies as you want for the number of holidays or special meals that you need to plan. I am very excited this year. I'm going to personal anecdote time. I haven't been able to see my sister and her family since 2019, we'll say, for a very, very long time. Actually, before that, because at the time she was pregnant with my niece. She had my niece right before 2020 hit and everything happened. And I have yet to meet my 3-year-old niece. They're coming for 10 days this month.
Oh my gosh.
I get to meet my niece. I get to see my sister for the first time in years. I have a lot of meal planning to do. So yeah, that's my story for this one. Write down, you got to make sure you've got the date. You make sure everybody, there's something for the 3-year-old and the 15-year-old, that everybody can eat, no allergies. This is just, it's big, it's open. You can use it to plan your meals, but it's got that look so it fits in with the rest of your planner. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. My fingers don't want to fing. All right. We have a grocery list page for all that grocery list shopping. double columned, keep it easy, nice and bright, so you can send others to the grocery store with that one if you need to. Holiday baking, so you can get organized with everything you're going to make. How many, packages need to put together? Do you need to mail them out? Help keep you organized there. And then, of course, the recipes. One from Marley and one from Moogly. Both of us have given a family recipe to share with you guys. And then, so yeah, you can print all these out, print out just the ones you want, print out multiples of the ones you need multiples of. They're ready for a 3-ring binder, one of those disc binders. However, they are, however they can help keep you organized this year. For the lists, you might want to print them out on regular paper. For other things, the card stock's really handy. But it's just more things that we wanted to give you guys to help keep you organized this year, so you have a little bit more time for the knitting and crocheting.
I love it. I think it's great. So I feel like we should hold off on doing like the fashion show of all the images of everything until the next tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or the next day's video, whatever we do. At this point, I mean, we've been on here almost 45 minutes, a little over 45 minutes. So I just want to say, what do you guys think? Like, it looks like a lot of people are super excited. They love the idea of the printables. They love the idea of being able to get volumes 1 and 2 also. And those are full price. Like, if you want them, they are full price. And you guys, I mean, you guys are making me feel so good. So let's leave them at this.
Okay.
And so go to stashbustingquickies.com, or you can always just go to the marleybirdhouse.com. You can either one. It works both ways. And it's a limited time for the Only Knit or the Only Crochet, and then limited time for the By Crafty collection. It will go until Christmas Day. That's when we're going to pull it off and take it down. It goes back into the vault. That's where we are. So like John said, we have been working nonstop on all this, and we really, really, really hope all of you love all of the pieces as much as we do. They're a lot of fun to design. A lot of my contractors made everything. I know you made all your stuff. It's just,
that would be why I have fewer.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Only 2 hands at this end.
So it is so much work. Yes, it is available right now. We made it live just before I did my 24 Days of Quickies video today, which Tamara is part of that today. So if you want another quick pattern that you can get for free, which is adorable, like the ornamental trivet. And that's one thing I talked about in that video, is that after Thanksgiving, I realized I do not have enough trivets. I need more in my life. I do not have enough. So it's super cute. You can go get that free ad-free PDF at 24 Days of Quickies. And lucky you guys, it's only December 2nd. So if this is the first time you've heard of the 24 Days of Quickies, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
Yes.
All right. All right, so that's it from us, everybody. We will be coming back here. I'm going to be honest, probably not tomorrow, probably on Sunday. Is that work for you?
I think so. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what works.
Yeah,
but we'll coming through.
Yes.
Yeah. We do have Facebook groups. I have the Marley's Minions Facebook group. Tamara, you have a Facebook. What's the name of it?
The Moogly Community Group. We keep it simple.
Perfect. Yeah, ours is like the By Crafty community or something like that. You don't have to be By Crafty to be in there. Right. It's just, I want people to know we're welcome to knitters, crocheters, quilters, everything. Like, so we want everybody there. But we're happy to have you guys here. So come join the fun, share the word about about Stash Busting Quickies. If you could do me a favor in the comments of this video, if you could let us know what your favorite holiday dessert is. Let us know in the comments what's your favorite holiday dessert, because maybe it's something that we'd like too. And I'll tell you this, in the next video I will pick a winner from the comments, and you'll get a special prize. I don't know what it'll be yet, because I'm doing this totally off the cuff. But I'll pick a winner from the comments. So leave a comment in the video, not the live section, in the video comments, and make sure you smash that like button, everybody. Okay. I'll talk to all of you guys later.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.